This is a how to create and predict your reality video with proof. I'm going to show you video clips of my predictions and then video clips of my reality. And then I'll tell you how I did it.
Start at the beginning.
No matter where you are in life, your future is full of potential.
Get your name. Alexander Ilyich Rostov.
Occupation.
It's not the business of gentlemen to have occupations.
There's a lot of people that are annoyed with me because I basically say that I refuse to work a job for money. I'll work as long as it's part of my purpose. I don't do things as a means to an end. The end is in the means. I want to do work I enjoy, whether I get paid or not.
Your class is a threat against...
Well, I have found out that a lot of people find that threatening because it really pisses some people off.
It is the judgment of this committee that you be returned to the Metropole Hotel, where you will remain for the rest of your days.
In studying quantum physics, religion, philosophy, psychology, I came to understand that everything is directly connected to me. And like a fractal, it reflects me. That made me realize that everything that I see and experience is showing me myself or what I believe about myself. And that is why I experience the reality that I do. Because the future plays out the pattern of me, the pattern that I see in reality is showing me the pattern of my future. I get in a certain state of being. Think of something that you do that is really inspiring, and you know it's going to be inspiring. It could be going to church, it could be meditating, it could be going to the mountains, it could be going to a concert. And you know that going to that thing is going to cause like these epiphanies, inspiring feelings to happen within you, the way you feel, in your soul, in your mind. You feel something connecting. And you know that going to this thing, you're going to get inspired. I used to listen to Joel Osteen, and every time I listened to him, he would speak directly about what was going on in my life. And so before I would listen to Joel Osteen, I didn't pick which message it was. I would just know that whatever he said would apply to my life. Well, since I came to the understanding that everything I see applies in that way, then what I do is I put myself in that state and I look, whether it was a dream I had. If it was a dream I had, then I wonder what the dream is telling me about my reality and my future. If I get on TikTok or Facebook or YouTube, I never get on there to zone out. I always get on there to see what the messages that I come across are telling me about my life and about who I am. And it doesn't matter if it's a freaking ad. It doesn't matter if it's a song, a video, a documentary. I'll watch documentaries on animals, and those animals tell me about the skills that I'm developing. So long as I'm in that state of hyper awareness, then I see messages. Sometimes I don't understand the messages, but I see it. So all I have to do is wonder what it means. And then I see more, and then I scroll some more through my phone, for instance. And I get the answer to what I wondered about what the message meant. Same with the people that come into my life. They mean something about myself. Their name meanings, what they may say means something, what they may do. So even if it's something that may be harmful to me, for instance, it is showing me something about myself. And when I look at it that way, it's not really something that someone else did to hurt me or offend me, because it's something within me that caused me to have that experience. So by them showing me that experience, I can find that thing in me. And that meaning that I find will play out in my future, but I can direct it. And how I direct it is how I question. If I sit there and wonder about how someone is going to harm me and there's enemies and monsters in the forest, you're more likely to experience that. But if I wonder what the monster that I saw on the screen in the forest is showing me about myself, it's a very different experience. If it can be intense, it can be scary, but it's like some kind of amazing thing, amazing experience. So the first thing I got was a bunch of dreams about me going up to the top of a mountain. And that started in April of 2023. The next things I started seeing were ads, were little video clips of me being in a hotel, a dorm, a castle, or something of that sorts. So then what I did was I recorded these little clips. I taught myself how to edit videos, and I made stories from the stories that I saw around me about the future. What I came to realize by reading tarot was that when I say you to someone else, I am talking to myself. So even though I'm telling you about your future, there's also a message in there for me. And I found out how powerful your voice is, my voice is, when I'm talking to you. So here's the clips from the past, and here's the clips from the current. So I got in my car and I ended up driving to the top of this mountain. And the top of this mountain was like a North Pole village or something. So this is the road to the main inn, which is the Old Faithful Inn. And this is the Old Faithful Inn. Making this video a couple months ago, and then on March 8th I had seen so many of these messages about me living in a hotel or a big house or a palace, which I doubt. Basically some big building with a lot of people. I made a post about it a few weeks ago. Well, 2 days ago I decided to apply at some resorts because I need a place to sleep, and I just got an offer. I'll be living in a dorm with a bunch of other employees at a resort hotel. This is the dorm that I live in, and there are several cabins and dorms all around where the employees live. Whether or not you are living in a hotel, you're likely to be surrounded by a lot of people in one living space, and could be due to an offer.
Vanderpump Villa is a curated luxury experience. It's not just a hotel, it's a fantasy. All my staff has to do is execute my wishes. Listen, tomorrow our guests are coming, so don't go crazy tonight. No air.
The building in front of me is the pub for the employees. Someone in that living space is mighty bossy. You might feel a little suffocated or bored or irritated with someone telling you what to do at first. There's the visitor center. There's the back of the Old Faithful Inn. And the clinic, the snow lodge. There's some stores over there. Here's the Old Faithful geyser. Over here is the Old Faithful Lodge, which is where I work. Yeah. See, that's the front of this Old Faithful Lodge where I work. There's the front desk where I work. Oh, and nice, good job.
For the last 4 years, I have been a prisoner in Suite 317 of the Metropole Hotel.
It has a window at least. Just about fit on this bed.
Here's where I sleep.
Hello.
Hello?
I like your mustache.
Oh,
Thank you.
How are we going to survive these endless days stuck in this hotel?
You'll make friends, or at least one, and you will soon discover
This place is full of secrets. Secret passageways.
I have a key that opens every door. There are rooms behind rooms and doors behind doors.
The subconscious is what mostly creates our reality, and it's hidden. And it looks like this place that you'll be at with these people is going to cause you to go exploring. The subconscious is going to reveal itself right in front of you. And it could be that someone you meet shows you because they have the key, or you could be the one with the key showing someone else.
Ne pensez-vous pas qu'il serait temps de changer de vie?
Pour aller où?
Jean du Barry veut que je vous présente au roi.
The king. So I totally forgot that this part was in there.
Et voici Jeanne Vaubernier, dite l'ange.
Un ange tombé du ciel.
Vous attendez, moi?
Someone is some type of performer.
Are you an actress or something?
She's an actress. I've seen her films. They're not very good.
They are mesmerizing.
La comtesse Jeanne du Barry.
Surtout, ne regardez pas le roi dans les yeux. Ce serait perçu par la cour comme une invitation.
Une invitation à quoi?
À la bagatelle.
Are you being seduced or seducing?
I feel like I've seen you somewhere. What's your name?
Solange, and you?
Arno.
It will feel very familiar, like you've met this person before. You will learn that to see the truth, you must trust or have faith. So you will learn the lies of your own subconscious.
Secret crimes.
Traditions that are built on lies, from a lack of faith, a lack of trust, will crumble. False foundations and false traditions will fall, so that you can build new foundations, built upon trust and faith and truth, new legacies and new traditions.
And a secret society called Last Heir.
If you pay attention and trust, you're going to discover a secret, like a whole nother reality, a society of people that you didn't even know existed. You have choices. You can keep yourself a prisoner to the tradition, to what you've known, to the familiar beliefs, to the familiar way of doing things. Or you can start something new. But there is the temptation to just escape. Nothing out there is going to resolve it. To trust yourself, to see the truth, and start a new tradition. Once I was at the top of this mountain, I was like, okay, well now it's time to drive down. And I started driving down this windy road, and as I was doing that, I realized the brakes don't work. There was nothing that I could do, and at that moment I realized I was going to die. So the best thing that I could do was just swerve until I drove off the cliff. So that's what I did, is I just followed the windy path until the car was going too fast and it drove off of the cliff. I just accepted my own death. When I drove off the cliff, I somehow found myself outside of the car. Instead of landing on the ground, I had the ability to fly.